This is Land of Havilah, Hosea 9. Woe be to Israel, verse 1. Don't rejoice, Israel, to jubilation like the nations, for you were unfaithful to your God. You loved the wages of a prostitute at every grain threshing floor. The threshing floor and the winepress won't feed them, and the new wine will fail her. They won't dwell in Yahweh's land, but Ephraim will return to Egypt, and they'll eat unclean food in Assyria. They won't pour out wine offerings to Yahweh, neither will they be pleasing to him. Their sacrifices will be to them like the bread of mourners. All who eat of it will be polluted, for their bread will be for their appetite. It will not come into Yahweh's house. What will you do in the day of solemn assembly and in the day of the feast of Yahweh? For behold, they've gone away from destruction. Egypt will gather them up. Memphis will bury them. Nettles will possess their pleasant things of silver. Thorns will be in their tents. The days of visitation have come. Comment verses 1 to 7 are to the effect, don't hold religious celebrations, Israel, as if you were some other nation, for you've been unfaithful to your God. You love to play the prostitute at every opportunity, wherever you can find a haystack, wherever you see a threshing floor. Soon you won't have any threshing floors, wine presses, new wine, or harvests at all to celebrate. You will not dwell in Yahweh's land. Some of you, Ephraim, will return to Egypt because you'll have to flee there, and others will eat unclean food in Assyria. There'll be no pouring out of wine offerings to Yahweh, and even if you did, your offering wouldn't please him. The meat of your sacrifices will be about as appetizing to you as food at a funeral. All who eat food sacrificed to me will be polluted by eating it because I don't accept it. Your food will be only to keep you alive and not for celebration before me. Your food will not come into my house as an offering, and it's just as well because I wouldn't accept it anyway. When the feast days come around, what will you do? For behold, you'll all be fugitives. Egypt will gather you and consume you. Memphis, a city in Egypt, will bury you. Back home, your houses and possessions and everything that's valuable to you will be overtaken with briars and thorns. It'll be the day of my visitation on you. Now picking up the actual text in the middle of verse 7. The days of reckoning have come. Israel will consider the prophet to be a fool and the man who's inspired to be insane because of the abundance of your sins and because your hostility is great. A prophet watches over Ephraim with my God. A fowler's snare is on all of his paths, and hostility in the house of his God. They have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Gibeah. He'll remember their iniquity. He'll punish them for their sins. I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. I saw your fathers as the first ripe in the fig tree at its first season. But they came to Baal Peor and consecrated themselves to the shameful thing, and became abominable like that which they loved. As for Ephraim, their glory will fly away like a bird. There'll be no birth, no one with child, and no conception. Though they bring up their children, yet I'll bereave them, so that not a man shall be left. Indeed, woe also to them when I depart from them. I have seen Ephraim like Tyre, planted in a pleasant place, but Ephraim will bring out his children to the murderer. Give them, Yahweh, what will you give? Give them a miscarrying womb and dry breasts. All their wickedness is in Gilgal, for there I hated them. Because of the wickedness of their deeds I will drive them out of my house. I will love them no more. All their princes are rebels. Ephraim is struck, their root has dried up. They will bear no fruit. Even though they give birth, yet I will kill the beloved ones of their womb. My God will cast them away because they didn't listen to him, and there will be wanderers among the nations. Comment in verse 9, the Israelites have deeply corrupted themselves as in the days of Gibeah. And the days of Gibeah will come up again in chapter 10. This refers to an incident recorded in Judges chapters 19 and 20. It was possibly the most immoral episode in the history of Israel. A traveler was passing through the town of Gibeah, territory of Benjamin, and the townsman demanded to have sex with the traveler. He refused, but the citizens of Gibeah went on to gang rape his concubine. They abused her so severely she died. All Israel was outraged and made war against Benjamin. and only 600 Benjamites survived. So the days of Gibeah refers to Benjamin being so immoral that it resulted in their near annihilation. Hosea's point is that Israel, like Benjamin of the past, is outrageously corrupt and will be destroyed over it. So now, restating the text in your narrator's words from verses 7 to 17, the meaning of it is something like, "The days of reckoning have come. Unfortunately, Israel thinks the prophets are fools and that divinely inspired men are insane. Israel has no discernment to know a prophet or an inspired man when he sees one because of his sin and hostility toward me. God and his prophets have their eye on Ephraim. Ephraim's path is fraught with snares. Ephraim is hostile to God and all who belong to God, and it works the other way too. God and his household are hostile to Ephraim. The Israelites have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Gibeah. God will remember their iniquity. He'll punish them for their sins. I, Yahweh, had a fondness for Israel when they were in the desert. Seeing them there was like seeing a cluster of grapes in that dry land. It was like seeing a fig tree produce its first ripe figs for the first time ever. But they prostituted themselves to the so-called god Baal Peor and became abominable, Numbers chapter 25. As for Ephraim, their glory will disappear and not be found, like a bird that's flown away. There will be no births, no pregnancies, and no conceptions. And if they do bring up children, yet I'll bereave them of them, so that not a man of them shall be left, which is all to say, woe to them when I depart from them. There was a time that Ephraim was in good condition, like a tree planted in a pleasant place, as Tyre, for example, is in a pleasant place. But it will be as if Ephraim handed over his children to be murdered. Yahweh, give them, what can you give them? A miscarrying womb and dry breasts are the only things for them at this point. The city of Gilgal is typical of them. It's a place of wickedness and worthless altars. Because of their wicked deeds, I'll drive them out of my house. I will love them no more. All their princes are rebels. Ephraim is as good as struck. He has no more future than a plant with a dried-up root. They will bear no fruit. Even if they give birth, I'll kill their beloved children. My God will cast them away because they didn't listen, and they'll wander among the nations. Hosea 10 is next.